Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Dojo Podcast, episode 8. I'm Logan.
I'm Kyle.
I'm Thomas.
We decided we're gonna kind of change up the format a little bit. We're gonna have one of us be the quote unquote host every week, and the last 10 minutes or so we can dedicate to a different host decided thing, whether that's just a few different talking points or whatever. But anyways, let's jump right into it for sports. Not a lot has happened, to be quite honest, since last time. The Blazers are still in that same series. They're losing 3-2. Not looking good. What are you guys feeling?
They got demolished last night. It was sad watching it.
It was a rough watch last night.
I got sad boy vibes. I think I stopped watching halfway through the third. Yeah, I had to shut it off.
They were down by 22, and then it was over at that point.
I promptly went to bed. I know that Lillard hasn't been having a great series. So I'm pretty bummed about that. But I mean, maybe they can bounce back tomorrow.
Blazers in Portland. 7, baby.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Okay. Anyways, what?
I was just gonna say, how about we hop to the Eastern Conference?
Oh,
let's see how Thomas's
on the other side.
Aged.
I was wrong. Other people were wrong too. Some Celtics greats.
Yeah,
Shaq was wrong. Paul Pierce, he was wrong. I said that the Bucks were gonna get exposed, and I'll admit I was wrong.
Exposed.
Yeah,
Go back
I got
to the
exposed.
episode. And see, he said it.
I said it.
I'm not putting it in there.
Yeah, but I'm pretty much predicting I'm predicting, and even though I was wrong last time, maybe I'll be right this time. Raptors and Bucks.
In what?
In the Eastern Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah.
Who's winning? What's the game count?
Ooh, yikes. That's a good
What's
question.
the score of all 7 games?
I think they might be tied.
Right now? Or I
2-2?
thought you said who's winning and
No, I meant if the Bucks and the Raptors do end up making it that far, who's winning? And
right, yeah.
What amount of games?
Well, I have it right here for you, actually. And
no, we want to know who you think
trying
would
to
win.
get you to predict the future so you can be wrong again and we can expose
in
you.
the finals, let's see.
No.
The Eastern Conference Finals.
Who's going to win?
We'll let you marinate on this for a little bit.
We'll let you marinate. We'll just go real quick into soccer. I wore this by accident,
Huh.
but they won today. They're going to the fucking Champions League final, or who gives a shit. I'm actually kind of excited. The game will actually be watchable. Most Tottenham games are 6 a.m., and I'm not a big enough fan to wake up at 6 a.m., but on the off occasion that one's at noon because it's a big game. It's nice. It's nice waking up watching some soccer.
Yeah, I mean, you've had some pretty good luck in that jersey today. I was just saying, it was a good ass day, man. They won. I mean, we got some free snacks,
Right.
and then the man's at Panda loaded it up.
Ooh.
So
I did get a lot of food at Panda.
I'd say that's a successful day.
I would agree. So who
Hopping back
is
over
going to
here.
win the Eastern Conference Finals in your hypothetical scenario?
In my hypothetical scenario, Eastern Conference Finals, I'm having the Bucks.
How many games?
With the side of
How
rice
many
in 5 games.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it here first.
You heard hot takes, and I was about to say the Rockets are going to meet them in the finals, but no, everybody knows
The Blazers are going to meet them in the finals.
That'd be wild. So now that the Celtics are out, a big question is Kyrie Irving, free agent this summer. A lot of people are speculating that he's not going to re-sign because of stuff he said earlier this season.
I almost guarantee he's not going to re-sign, but I could be wrong.
I just saw a video 10 minutes ago of a reporter asking him if this playoff series had any impact on where he would go, or if he'd make that decision, and he said no. So I don't know, man. I think he's already had his.
What is he gonna say?
He already had his mind made.
What is he gonna say? Yeah, I'm not coming back to Boston.
Yeah, this confirms that.
Yeah, I'm confirmed going back to Bron.
Confirmed gone.
Yeah, I think he's probably gone, but I don't know where he's gonna go. Kyrie's such an enigma that it's I have no fucking idea what's going on in that guy's brain. He's flat earthing, and then he's not, and he's he had a comment the other day that looked like if you replace the word basketball with business, it sounds like a direct quote of our president, because he's I'm a basketball genius, and you might not know that, and yada yada yada. Yeah. But it was Not good. Not a good
The
quote.
final line is terrific! Exclamation.
Terrific. There you go. Yeah, that's very on brand. Where do you think he's gonna go?
I was gonna say my hope is that he teams back up with Braun and they win a championship in LA.
In LA.
They gotta get Anthony Davis and Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson.
No, that's too much. I feel like, yeah, with that young core, I mean, they've had the summer to
The young
develop.
core sucks dick.
With
Let's
them
stop
and
acting like
Kyrie,
they're good.
they trade Lonzo. I
For
mean,
what? A pack of peanuts? He sucks.
Speaking of peanuts, what you eating on over here?
I'm snacking on some trail mix that I got from the blood drive. Actually,
Whoa.
yeah, they're loaded with snacks. Give blood, saves lives, and then do double red because I didn't.
Right, yeah, no. What is double red? It's like they take double...
Double the
It's
red
not-
blood cells, but they give you your
yeah.
plasma back.
It's not as self-explanatory as it
I
sounds.
wasn't even doing that to you.
What is double red?
All right, so sports, huh? You guys have any final thoughts? Because I feel
No,
like...
I think this might be our
There's a pretty-
sportish section.
So, how did they ever calculate the mass of the sun? I've always wondered this. Thomas, do you have an answer for me?
I was wondering this today too, actually, at the blood drive when we were talking about it,
Oh.
and I looked it up. I'll read it verbatim from Google.
Okay.
Solving for the mass of the sun. Because the gravitational attraction of our sun for the Earth is the centripetal force causing the Earth's circular motion around the sun, we can use Newton's law of universal gravitation to find the mass of the sun without visiting the sun. So I'm thinking what I'm getting from this simplified is that they kind of take the gravitational pull that is on that the sun places on the Earth, and they use that to kind of reverse engineer like mass.
You're just blowing my mind.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that might be like, I think Kara would be able to
That
explain it
sounds
better.
right.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
We don't have the Kara correspondence for this episode, but maybe we can ask her and get back for a future episode. But you know what
Yeah.
kind of looks like the sun and has the word Kara in it? Kara oranges, our Trader Joe's food item of the week. All right. These are not actually Trader Joe's branded. However, they sell them at Trader Joe's, so that's why it's our Trader Joe's food item of the week. That's what they look like in the container. It's a slightly smaller orange.
This
than,
is what
than
they
the
look
average
like
One. This is
in
what
a
it looks
smaller
like.
It kind of looked like if you breeded
It's true.
an orange and a
Breed-
cutie.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. So I pre-sliced it a little bit, so it'd be easier to open up. But we're gonna go ahead and hop into this bad
Oh,
boy
my eye.
right on camera. So I'm gonna awkwardly peel this.
I thought these
while
were the
we're,
ones that were red inside. The
No,
red
those
orange,
are
the blood
blood
oranges.
oranges.
Ooh, blood on the trees.
Oh,
yeah,
whoa.
nice rip off here.
Did you wash your hands, Kyle?
I did right before we started. Here, we'll just give you a little chunk, you a little chunk.
His chunk was bigger than mine.
All right.
Oh, my tongue is getting fucked, bro. It's getting spicy food, sour food, citrus.
I think these are sour.
No, I had sour candy at the movie.
Mm.
Mm.
That is a pretty damn good orange. That's really sweet.
Mm-hmm. It's got a good color to it too. Look at that, nice, a little darker than your average.
Now, is this
orange.
non-GMO project verified? Is this organic?
I don't know if we have the laws
I'm
in
not-
place to put that on our packaging here in the United States, and I'm not about to read through this.
Well, there's
whole
like
thing.
private organizations that like look at that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't
It's-
think. I
it's
think these are made with
non-organic, which means
pesticides.
they're made
Non-organic,
with
like I
child
need
labor and pesticides.
Yeah,
It's from California.
that's
Oh,
not
yeah,
cutting it for
yeah,
me.
see?
Learn about sustainability.
That really means Mexico, and that really means Honduras, which means it's not.
It's
organic.
child labor.
That is how that works.
Thomas's Trader Joe's food item of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Trader Joe's organic refried pinto beans,
What's
salsa
that
style.
stamp on here? I think I see
A
nice
USDA
USDA
organic, verified,
Ooh,
baby.
Very good.
These are really good. I put them on. I make like tacos and like quesadillas, tortillas. I don't know. It's just a nice little spread because got that nice bite.
Why don't
nice
we
flavor.
hop into it? Why don't we?
Let's just crack this bad boy right open.
Your
that'd be
Trader Joe's item of the week is beans.
Yeah, bro.
They're pretty good.
They're
bro.
pretty good. Have you eaten
How are they
them?
different from every other bean?
Ooh, they're These are salsa style. They have like some tomato and like other
We might have to
cilantro
pop these.
flavors. No.
We're not
Get
gonna
some,
pop
get
these.
some
in my-
spoons.
In my opinion, it needs a little bit more salt, but other than that,
You
I
can
feel
always
like
add
kids-
salt,
you
but
can
you
always-
can't take it away.
Snake juice.
We should have kissed.
Um,
We should have kissed on camera.
Yeah, but the only problem with these is that they give me the toots. So
Throwback to
Take
our
that.
lactose intolerance episode.
Yeah.
I don't
That-
like that word. I've never heard you
Toots.
use that.
Yeah.
And I hate it. I do not like it.
I have a transition, but I was waiting to see
Yeah,
if you
go
were going to
ahead.
say. Oh, I don't. This is not a very good transition after all. But we just wanted to update you guys because we know you're thinking about it. We talked about the baby birds outside our window in the last podcast. Well, I did some research and figured out what species of bird they are.
I muted
I
it.
told you to.
Ah!
Oh, double whammy. They are a western scrub jay, which we are going to not throw up on the screen. But like I said, they're blue, a little bit of gray. And I snuck a peek at the babies earlier today, and they are getting a little bit bigger. They're not like their feathers are starting to come in. They're not like that fleshy, ugly baby bird.
like
that
a
they
like
were
a hairless
before.
cat.
Oh
Oh god, those
yeah.
are disgusting.
Why?
Whoever has a hairless cat, good for you for rescuing them if they were on the streets.
What if they weren't?
Yeah.
on the streets?
If they weren't on the streets, what is your
So I'm sorry, we can get back to it, but I have some breaking news here live. My correspondents tell me KD may have just torn his ACL.
Holy
Whoa.
shit. That's actually a big deal. Hopping back into 10 more minutes of sports.
Now, Achilles.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah.
That's a killer.
Now that is directly
Reporting-
from my mom, who knows bugger all about sports. So I don't know if that's true, but my dad also texted me and said KD is down. So we will see.
Thank you for the
just for
correspondence,
reference
Jim.
right
Thank you
now,
for
the
watching.
series between the Rockets Warriors tied 2-2. Game 5, of course. The score is 66-68. So close game, 2-point game. Still with about 2 minutes in the fourth quarter. So this could be big. I mean, first Boogie and now KD. KD's like
They're cursed.
mm-hmm.
So the
It's the
bird.
curse.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about the bird, but Thomas, did you see any birds when you were in Utah this past weekend?
Nice one.
Nice.
Thomas's Utah Chronicles. Let's kick it off. So, last weekend with Vincent and Rachel and Syra.
Shout out Rachel and Syra.
Vincent being the roommate, Rachel and Syra being correspondents of the trip. Rachel provided the car, and Syra has a Google Pixel 3, so she was the camera person.
Okay.
Just kidding, guys. If you're listening to this, please don't take that seriously. So Utah's a weird place, man. It's we were there for a wedding, by the way. I didn't even mention that. Utah's a really weird place. I feel like anywhere like you go in the United States, you can get like such a different experience from like your home state. It almost feels like it could be like another country. You know?
Okay.
Like can you guys relate to that, or is that
like
just me?
going to another state
I've
that's
only
like
been to
another country?
Canada, so
Oh. Never mind.
Well, I've not. I mean,
Not like
I
it's
get
a-
that there's like different cultures, like in Texas,
Yeah.
or something like that. But
It's
you
just
know.
like not what you're used to, not the norm.
yeah, I guess.
But one of the weird things in Utah is that everybody is a shitty driver. I would imagine that with people that are like close to God or close to God, that they would like drive pretty carefully.
Okay.
no, they want to
So-
be even closer to God, so they're reckless.
Oh, interesting.
No, but we got a couple theories for why this is. For one, I think Syra said this when she said that they're in such a rush on Saturdays because they can't do anything on Sunday.
Sundays.
They have to like rest,
Interesting.
like nothing's
They
open.
gotta pack their whole weekend into just
Uh-huh.
Saturday.
And then someone else said, it might have been Syra again. She said when we were at the wedding reception, actually,
Uh-huh.
when we were outside, she was like, maybe they drive so aggressively because they're not getting any.
Interesting. I feel
Like
like that's
something-
almost the exact opposite, though. Like Mormons are the ones that have like 15,000 wives, right?
No. You're thinking of sister wives.
Yeah, isn't that a Mormon dude?
That's polygamy, yeah. It's
I didn't know they were Mormon.
I believe so.
Well, let's
Can we
go.
get a fact check on
Let's
this?
go under the hood.
But I don't
It's-
think that's necessarily like common practice for
Yeah,
most
for them that
Mormons.
they have a lot of kids. In their like Bible, I think it's like kids are a gift from God. Another thing they're weird about is alcohol. So I mean, we didn't like drink really, like we didn't try to party or anything, but like on our last day when we were at the reception, we were like, like a drink sounds good, kind of chill a little bit because we were like kind of out and about doing stuff all weekend. So we were like, let's just like go get a drink. And we're like, oh, where can we get a drink at 9:00 in Provo, Utah, which is for reference like where BYU is. And we were like, I was like, you know what? Applebee's has that $1 margarita. And then I was like, you know what? I've spent money this trip already. Let's go to Applebee's and just get twisted off some margaritas.
I'm surprised they even have that promotion.
Yeah, they don't run those promotions everywhere. So I was like, there's no way they're doing it here. Also, something that caught me off guard in Utah is the sales tax. I know that sales tax is like everywhere, but
very prevalent.
Yeah, very prevalent, but that also caught me off guard. But that's a whole nother thing. But when we pull up to the Applebee's, when we give them our IDs, they're like, I start to take mine back and put it in my wallet, and the guy's like, no, hold on, it needs to get checked by the manager next. And I was like, do I look like a kid? And he was probably like, I didn't say that to him, but he was probably like, this kid's 12 years old. And then after we had already ordered our drinks, and like this was 5 minutes before getting our drinks, they were like, oh, by the way, you have to buy food if you want to buy alcohol. Like that's a thing there.
Okay.
And then they served us the drinks before we ordered the food. So I mean, we could have drank it, and then what were they gonna do? Make us stay there and order food? Stay there and eat the food in front of them.
I mean,
like
they had your ID, didn't they?
No, we
Buy
got
the
it.
food.
No, once the manager checked them, we got them back. So I was like, yeah, it was just really weird. And I don't know if this is at every Applebee's or just this one, but they were like, oh yeah, there's a 3-drink limit. So I don't know if that's like a law or anything, but we looked up the like alcohol laws before.
Oh, a law. I thought you said
yeah,
a law.
because I think we looked up the liquor laws there, and I'd have to look it up, but I don't want to be wrong, but it's just weird. It's a lot different than here.
Yeah, because they're Mormon.
No, but it was for all of Utah, but when we were in a different city that wasn't like the university
Isn't
city.
all of Utah Mormon? Like,
no, I don't think so. Because our Airbnb near Provo is our Airbnb near Provo was like pretty Mormon. They had like the Bible, and like they had Mormonism for dummies, and they had like a bunch of Jesus pictures.
Like John Smith or whatever, didn't he go to Utah? Isn't that the whole thing?
I don't know, but my favorite part was the picture, not of arches, not of the national parks, but of Jimmer Fredette, the massive fat-headed Jimmer up on the wall. Can we get a picture?
Why was he so fucking... It's not like they succeeded with him.
I know. He's
an icon. He put BYU on the map.
I mean, I knew about BYU before that.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that much about BYU before him. So in a way.
He put him on your map.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Utah's a weird place, man. They have a lot of cool rocks. I thought that was pretty cool. It was like,
shout out,
their scenery was crazier than anything I've ever seen. And I haven't been that many places, but like the mountains
Vietnam,
and like yeah, but they don't like I don't get to see like cool landscapes and mountains, and like I've always been wanting to go to the national parks in Utah, so it was cool, it was dope, and I want to give out a shout out to Vincent, and that's it because he was on the main party for
He's not gonna watch.
He's not gonna watch this. I put a little note. I said I know you're not watching this.
We talked a little bit about the liquor laws earlier, and I'd like to transition into some video game related laws.
Ooh, nice.
So recently there was a new bill proposed, got to read off my script here, regarding selling loot boxes to minors and banning video game developers from doing that. So it was proposed by a Republican senator from Missouri, Josh Hawley. And for those who don't know what loot boxes are, because we should probably explain that, it's a randomized system in video games in which individuals can purchase through a microtransaction. So you already own the game. You can spend additional money in order to acquire cosmetic items. So your character can wear
it's not
a
always
new
cosmetic
outfit.
too.
It's very often cosmetic, but
it could be in game. It could be.
Sometimes it's like gameplay changes, but a lot of the times it's just cosmetic.
Yeah, there's been a large transition away from like additional gameplay items into more cosmetic stuff. But
think about it kind of like gambling. I think
Well,
that's like
the whole.
Yeah,
that's
so
the
that's
whole
the
thing.
whole
Like you're
issue
putting
is-
money into it's kind of like slots. You're putting your money into it, not knowing what you're gonna get, but you're like rolling the
Their
dice.
defense is they're like, with slots you could get nothing, but with this you'll at least get something. You know.
Well, the whole point of the issue and the reason they're trying to they're banning it for minors, individuals under the age of 18. So if these games are being played by kids who essentially have no idea, no concept of where their money is going and how that works, they're trying to eliminate that whole fiasco. And
Right.
the way I was thinking about it was, I know it's rich for me to compare it to that, but like trading cards. You go to the store, you buy a pack of cards, you don't know what you're
cards at
going
the
to get.
table still.
No, I removed them. Don't worry about it. But the difference is, for like these video games, your parents' credit card is already tied to the system,
Right.
and there's no interaction between them and the actual purchase itself. Whereas
You
go
can
into
turn on parental controls.
you can turn on parental controls,
But they won't
like,
always
do they
know
even,
that.
Do all these companies even offer that? Like, this is beyond console. It's
Uh-huh.
also on mobile. It's all these
Yeah.
different things. So, but whereas like with trading cards or any other toy or whatever, you're in this store, a physical store with your parents, and you say, "Mommy, I want this," and she says, "Okay, little Timmy, you can have it or you can't have it." There's
What a
not.
spoiled kid.
There's not that. Well, he said.
He said
there's both
he
ways,
gave the
yeah,
option. He
go
said,
both
"By the way,
ways.
you can have it. You can't have it." So
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's interesting because the whole credit card thing. I think about that's what I was thinking about because I heard stories about like parents having their accounts, like their bank account linked like their card, and their accounts would get charged a like ton
Hundreds
of
of
money,
dollars, 'cause
hundreds
they
of
have no-
dollars
they have
because
no
they have no
concept.
concept. They're like, oh, this is their brains are still developing, so they're like they have no concept of money. They don't know what
Yeah.
$20 is. Okay, they might know what $20 is, but they can't put that into
$400 on
$400
Fortnite skins
on some Fortnite dances.
Oh my god.
That'd be dope.
Something that caught me off guard was the Fortnite in Endgame.
Oh.
I was like,
God.
when I saw that, I
Yeah, I forgot
was
about
like,
that.
man, this did not age well. I'm like,
The movie came out 2 weeks ago.
I don't know. It's still like the top game on Twitch.
Yeah.
but-
Before we get into it, are we gonna do the end game thing?
Yeah.
now?
Let's do it.
From now until the end of the podcast will be spoilers. So if you've not seen Endgame or don't want to be spoiled, just blanket statement, turn it off now. Okay? You've been warned. So me and Thomas just watched it. I saw it opening day. Kyle saw it opening weekend. I saw it again today with Thomas, who saw it for the first time. I've seen it twice because I'm doing my part to make it beat Avatar, not Amazon. Beat Avatar. Because
Fuck Amazon.
if there's anything that us small consumers can do, it's help these giant mega corporations beat each other. But I really liked it. You know, it's kind of hard to view it as like one movie. If you do, it's probably worse. But if you view it as the culmination of 21 movies or whatever, I feel like it's better.
Mhm.
And I cried.
I cried as well. I don't really have a huge emotional investment in any of the characters or any of the storylines, but still, the whole situation with Iron Man passing, I guess we're spoiling stuff, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I don't have to beat around the bush. But yeah, basically one of the final scenes where they're at his lake house and they like pan to the little girl when they're
I
giving the
know.
ceremony. That was like, that
I know,
broke
dude.
me.
I cried when the first time today, when Tony's sitting there all like he's like not doing so well.
wait, he's like, what?
And then Pepper was like, Tony, we're gonna be okay,
Where
thanks,
did
bud.
Pepper come from? Wait a sec.
What do you mean?
Like, how she wasn't there that whole time, and then she just kind of
She was
appeared.
she had a suit,
Oh,
she had, like, the Iron Man
Oh
suit.
yeah, no, you're right.
or Iron Defender, I think is what it's called, something like
Yeah.
that. Anyway, she's like, oh, we're gonna be okay. And then when she started crying, I was like, ah! That was rough. And then the I Love You 3000 thing was like, bruh, this is not okay.
Before I say anything about the movie, I just have a thought. I just want to say fuck you to the guy sitting next to me a seat over using your phone during the movie. It is a trash move, and you're a trash human being.
Yeah.
I know you're not listening to this, but
Tell us how you really feel.
If you were,
that's what. If you were, I want you to know that I don't want you to listen to this podcast because you're trash.
okay.
Yeah, and you can put down your phone for a 3-hour movie and not go on Facebook. That's what he was doing.
Tell that to my mom.
How full
Oh.
was the theater?
Yeah, I mean, there
It
were
was like
people
pretty
behind-
empty, but like
But the thing is,
there
he
was
was
maybe like 20 people.
yeah, he was doing this thing where he was on the right of me, and he would lean my way and use his phone, not like all the way down.
It's
It's
like
just like
if you're Thomas, you would like
He'd be nonchalant. He'd have it in front of his face. Like, you can at least like do it in your lap. Like, I
turn
wouldn't
down the
have been as
fucking
mad.
brightness.
Yeah, all the way down. Put on dark mode. Learn something, dipshit. Yeah,
Alright.
but I would be lying if I said that I didn't shed tears. I started crying. I don't know. I felt like I was pretty emotional during the movie, but it was good. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I got to go see it because yeah, I bought Logan's ticket to
Infinity War
and last year,
I
and
bought
then
your ticket to Endgame.
yeah,
Both of which I've seen twice in theaters.
yeah.
All
But
right,
it was dope.
so let's get into the actual segment here. We don't have a lot of time, but we're dedicating time to this. So we decided to do a Sweet 16, or I did. I'll take credit because if it fails, then you guys won't feel bad about it. We're doing a Sweet 16 tournament of the men of Endgame. That's what our bracket is called. And we're gonna like go for the winner based on, we're just gonna call it hotness. I think is like the most fair way to describe it.
Because then we can factor in some other.
I mean, you can factor in
Okay.
personality to hotness, I suppose. All right, so let's start bottom right here. So
Do you want to throw up maybe right now just a copy of this or some
yeah, I'll
sort of
probably
visual
throw
indication?
up some sort of visual indication if you're listening to the audio podcast, which
We'll try to.
you probably not, but will describe what's happening. So let's start right here. I couldn't do one seeds. I couldn't find a site that did like 1 1 1 1 2 2 2 2 and so on and so on. So Captain America is really a 1 seed, but he's listed as a 3 here against Hawkeye. Tough first round matchup. What do you guys think? I think that like Captain America's obviously got the bod.
I'm going Cap.
I'm going Cap.
That hairdo, like when he back in the movie when he met them at like in the forest, like near the lake, his hair was still on point. He was like 80 or something.
Yeah,
still
he had this
still
old
he had the
man
waves
flow.
going. Sorry about that, but
He
I'm
did
going.
not go bald.
Yeah, that's a good look.
And
Yeah, but I'm
Hawkeye
going Cap.
murdered all those Japanese people.
Well, so he was like, so I figured out what he was doing. Basically, he was going around and just doing like horrible things to like gangs. Because the previous scene, they're like, oh, we found a bunch of cartel members killed. And they're like, oh, was that him? You know? And she's like, yeah. So he's like going around and I assume Yakuza or whatever
Yakuza.
is what he was doing in Japan. So I'd say like personality-wise, Hawkeye's like more fun. But yeah, I'll say Cap just because like, fuck, his biceps are huge.
His pecs are.
We're probably going to have to
impeccable.
go a little bit faster than this if we're trying to.
All right. Black Panther, Ant-Man.
Black Panther.
I'm going Ant-Man.
I'm going Black Panther too.
Oh, you
yeah.
fuckers. Paul
Chadwick-
Rudd is the... You
Chadwick
fucks.
Boseman is dreamy. I really appreciate
Who
Paul
gives a
Rudd.
fuck?
I really appreciate Paul Rudd's role in
Paul Rudd's got a
Friends
great bod.
and to the next round.
I think Paul Rudd is great, and he's funny, and Chadwick Boseman... We're not talking about him. We're talking about the character who's
Yeah, I like the
boring
character,
as
yeah.
fuck. Fuck it. Fine. Black Panther. Let's jump over here then. All right. Thanos or Bruce Banner / the Incredible Hulk / Professor Hulk as he was in Endgame. What are you guys feeling? Who's hotter?
I'm going Hulk because he really glows up in
this
Endgame.
one? Yeah.
Yeah, his facial structure was like surprisingly aesthetically pleasing. Like seeing a being that large, it was very strange, but then his jaw was so square. I guess Thanos is the same way, but he's got that wrinkly
Yeah,
ass
he got that
chin.
Yeah, he's got that like
He's
easy
like
chin.
Zen Garden ass
Easy
looking.
chin.
It kind of looks like Adidas shoes.
I see what you're going for.
All right, so I'm gonna vote Hulk on
Yeah,
this
we'll
one.
go
Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah, I think
Hulk
we're all.
wins.
All right.
Wow, upset. That's a first round upset because he was a 1 seed just based off the fact that he's one of the biggest characters. So.
Popularity.
All right, Star-Lord or Doctor Strange. This is a tough one. Chris Pratt is obviously super hot, right? You know,
Yeah.
he's got a good bod. He's funny. He's charismatic. Then Doctor Strange, you got, you know,
Benny boy.
Benedict Cumberbatch. You know, he's got this like nice.
Snatch.
He's got this British kind of aura to him, and he's kind of fancy.
See, I just see Chris Pratt as like the weird dude from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Yeah,
But
so-
we're not talking about Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
we're talking
yeah,
about
we're not.
Star-Lord.
We're talking about Star.
So who was your vote?
I'm still going Chris Pratt.
Uh,
Star Lord.
I'm gonna go Doctor Strange just because Star-Lord is the whole fucking reason they didn't beat Thanos in the first one in Infinity War, but they beat him now. No thanks to him. So
I'm going Star-Lord because I enjoyed the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I really like the humor in them. So
that's fair. That's fair. They are pretty good. All right, let's go over here.
I feel like I'm the deciding factor. Maybe you should start with me.
Yeah,
All
start
right,
with you
we'll
next.
shake it up.
Okay.
So this one, Thor versus Drax. So that is Chris Hemsworth versus Dave Bautista, former professional wrestler of the WWE, which is interesting. Turned his way to acting, which is good for him.
Right after you made this bracket, I made a comment like, I feel like the right is more stacked than the left in terms of the side of the bracket because Dave Bautista, that Drax, is one of my favorite characters, and I hated seeing him pitted up against Thor. I was like,
he's gonna get.
I know he's gonna get knocked out.
I mean, not saying that he's gonna be knocked, but so what's your vote?
I am gonna have to go with Thor just because I want to see all the new cosplays.
I can be. Everyone can cosplay him now. Halloween is just gonna every mildly fat white guy's gonna be like, "I'm Thor." Am I right? Everyone's like,
looks like the dude.
Yeah.
Thor in this movie, whole ass mood, bro. That's like that emulates the vibes that I roll with.
I mean, he's definitely gonna get back into shape, for Asgardians of the Galaxy, because like in Infinity War, there's the one scene where he's like holding open the fucking star, and he's like, "Oh no, I don't know if my body can take it. Look at those fucking biceps." So definitely Thor. Even when he's fat, he's pretty hot. I'm not gonna lie, cool dude. I'd like to grab a beer with Thor.
Like seeing him in like a t-shirt and like a jacket. He just looks like he looks like a square. He looks like
I like that he used
He's
like
got
the
broad
same
shoulders.
Thor like armor. It was just like out. All right, so let's move on. Did we vote on that one?
We both said
Thor.
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 Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next one. We got Loki, who is technically dead in Endgame, but in the flashback to 2012, he's still alive. So Tom Hiddleston, Loki, or Spider-Man, Tom Holland. Now, Spider-Man's character, Spider-Man the character is like 16, but Tom Holland is like 22 or 23. So I felt okay including him just because the actor is over 18. I guess we're doing the characters, but it's fine. It's fine. I would say Loki because Tom Hiddleston, like just Loki as a person is super hot, and he's like really tricky, and I think that's dope, and I feel like he'd be like a cool party trick to bring along.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his character throughout all of the movies. I think that he adds a lot more than Spider-Man does. I don't know. The boyish acting doesn't like get me as excited about a movie as like a sneaky conniving dude does. So I'm gonna go with Loki as well.
I'm with Loki on this one as well, boys.
Prior to Thanos, I'd say Loki is like the only good villain Marvel has. I'm going to go Loki, but I think Spider-Man's a better character.
Yeah.
He's just not as hot. So, sorry, Tom.
I know, this is such a subject.
All right. We're in the final of the four first rounds here. So, we've got Iron Man versus Falcon. Robert Downey Jr., Anthony Mackie. Iron Man's my favorite character, so if I didn't vote for him, I would be a fool. Although I think Falcon kind of got the raw end because he's a pretty good looking dude, but he got thrown in there with the old man hotness of the MCU.
Iron Man is.
Yeah, I think Iron Man's the easy winner.
So, easy win.
I'd say Iron Man as well. All right, final matchup of the first round. We have the Winter Soldier versus War Machine or Don Cheadle. This is tough because Don Cheadle's got kind of like this, like, older kind of cool vibe to him. War Machine's cool. He's funny. But then Sebastian Stan, the Winter Soldier, is like pretty hot, as well. He's got the long hair. It's like, wavy in the wind. It's pretty dope. He's got the metal arm. He could really push you around with that thing in a good way.
Wow. I'm saying Winter Soldier just based on flow because that dude's got some good locks.
Yeah, he does have some good locks. I'm also going to say Winter Soldier. Sorry, Don Cheadle. I really like you, though.
It doesn't matter what I say at this point. So, Winter Soldier.
Okay. All right. Second round. So, who did we have? Who did we have over here? We had Captain America and Black Panther.
I'm going to have to go
tough.
Cap. America's ass. Not
Nice.
Good one.
Wakanda's ass, America's ass. It's awesome.
Wakanda forever.
I like Cap.
I think Cap is like really hot, but he's also fucking baby back bitch. So I'm gonna have to go with Black Panther on this one
You
because
just talked shit about Black Panther last
I
round.
think Paul Rudd's better than Black Panther.
So you think Paul Rudd would beat Captain America?
In hotness, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he's got the real like dad thing going on.
Let us know in the comments if you agree.
Yeah, I would have. If this were me making this bracket, I'd have Ant-Man.
You
in
did make the bracket.
Like if I,
I'm sorry.
I'd have Ant-Man in the final four. He probably wouldn't win it though, if I'm being honest.
Just a first round bye. Let's get a drum roll here. Wakanda Forever. I'm going Black Panther.
Ooh, Cap upset. First one
I'm just
seed.
saying Cap can be
First
kind of a
one
dick.
seed to go. All right, let's go right up here then. So next we have
Thor.
Loki and Thor, the
Ooh.
brother duo. See, I
Very
strategically
fitting.
put kind of matching characters. Like I put War Machine and Robert Downey Jr. because they might go against. They didn't. But Thor and Loki, the god of thunder and the god of mischief. I feel like one of those is way cooler than the other, but you know, whatever. Loki's pretty cool and dead. Personally, I'd go Thor. So
I'm going
I think
Thor.
it's pretty
Yeah,
cut and
I'm going
dry.
Thor.
I
Right.
would have said
That's a
Loki before
You done?
Thor 3, because that's when Taika Waititi really made Thor like actually good. But he was shitty beforehand, but now he's good. All right. In the other one, we have who do we have?
Iron Man.
Hulk and Star-Lord. That's a tough one. I'm going Hulk just because I feel like he's like kind of funny in like a middle school like social studies teacher way. But he's also not like a fucking crazy person like Star-Lord. So, but Star-Lord has a better bod. I'm not gonna lie.
Hotness. I'm still going Star Lord.
Okay.
And I'm going Hulk. I'm just
Ooh.
going back to the Hulk glow up. I'm with it.
Have you guys ever seen that GIF that came out like after the first Avengers, where it's the scene where they're in New York and Black Widow looks at the Hulk and the Hulk goes, and then she goes, ugh, and then it cuts to just that some guy like photoshopped green instead of what I can only assume was white. Anyway, so in the next final Elite Eight round, we have Iron Man versus the Winter Soldier. What do you guys think?
Iron Man.
Interesting. I
Winter Soldier got flow, but Iron Man he's got the brains, and I feel like he's a cool person.
all right. I'll go Iron Man as well. This one I was really torn on because I knew that those would go. I'll go Winter Soldier just for the sake of it because he's just like he's pretty good looking dude. He's got a good jawline. All right, final four. Thor. Did we have Black Panther?
Black
Thor
Panther.
or Black Panther? What are you guys thinking?
I'm going
Thor.
I'm going Black Panther.
I'm going Thor. I'm sorry, I had to do it to him. I had to get revenge for my boy Paul Rudd, my boy Ant-Man. Thor's just funny, and he's fucking jacked or fat. He's more funny when he's fat, so I'll either laugh or, he'll be hot. So it's dope. It's dope either way. All right, the other one we have Iron Man and Hulk.
Ooh. I'm going
That's
Iron
tough.
Man.
I would go Iron Man in that scenario as well.
I agree.
Dude, Iron Man's getting to the finals. I did not expect this, honestly,
Really?
because he's kind of
He's a
old.
Silver fox.
He is a silver fox, and he's like, not as strong. He's not like, whenever he like takes his like fucking shirt off, you're like, that's not bad. He's like 50 years old, so it's not bad. All right, we got to finish this quick because we're like fucking 10 minutes over here.
I teed Kyle up.
Oh, okay, good to hear. All right, what was it? Iron Man versus Thor.
For the finals.
Oh god.
Hotness.
Hotness.
You're making a sexy ass baby with Thor.
You are making a sexy ass baby with Thor, and he would like be worthy, so he
Yeah.
could carry the hammer. You'd be like, "Let's go on vacation, baby Thor," and he's like, "Okay," and he'd fly, and you just hold on. So you save on airfare.
Yo.
But then with Iron Man, you can just use a suit, so you save on airfare there. I
Interesting.
guess it's all about the airfare for me. I don't really
I'm
know.
going with the Avengers Sugar Daddy, Iron Man.
Ooh.
Yeah, his kid was pretty cute.
She's so cute. Oh my god. When she said she wanted cheeseburgers for dinner.
I'm teeing you up now.
I'm teed up.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, that shit was so sad
I
because
was
that in the first Iron Man when
Was
he
that
comes back
John
from the Middle East,
Favreau?
John Favreau was like, we're gonna go to a press conference. And he's like, no, stop by Burger King. We're getting fucking cheeseburgers. So
Loved him.
What are you thinking?
Shit. I'm going Thor.
Oh no, why you gotta do me like this? Now I gotta
Big
break
decision.
the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let's hear it.
hottest Avenger.
Hottest Avenger.
Gotta speed this up.
Yeah, no,
40 minutes in, who's the hottest?
I'm gonna go with Iron Man. Just that's my vote.
Yes,
so
sir.
Okay.
that sets it up. All right. I'll hopefully put the full bracket in there, but we got to wrap it up because we're over late. We had a lot of time on Utah and rocks and stuff. So,
Sorry.
so yeah, thanks for listening.
Shout out Mormons.